So the first thing with AI enablement within our organization was being able to say, hey, I'm not restricted in limit of data that I can manage. I'm not restricted in this old school form of just looking backwards and being predictive, which is pretty basic forecasting. It's ridiculous to call it basic at this point. I would probably be offended if somebody called it basic 5 years ago or so.
Yeah.
But really, at least for 5 years, the verbiage has always been how do you get from predictive to prescriptive?
Yeah.
And what that means is how do I get past spending all this time in these meetings and just enable somebody with an intelligence brief that is simply, hey, today do these three things. Forget sitting in 6 hours of meetings to analyze 3 pages of bar charts and whatnot and take opinions and
Mm.
sentences that start with I think that and I feel that. Just get enabled with these three things that day. And if I can do that, I'm going to be much more strategic and efficient in my execution. That's where AI is taking us right now. The problem though is when we talk about looking at the current state of an account, the holistic relationship, I'm pulling in as much data as I can across first party, third party. If I had all the budget in the world, I would buy every intent data, vendors data out there, and then
Mhm.
I'd have as much context as possible to know, okay, yes, this account is surging, but they're surging because there's early engagement. That's fine. I want to know that they have propensity to engage versus a motion where a whole buying group is in play and we have propensity to buy versus churn versus buy again and the like. Even then, though, what we have a habit of is taking this new method of manipulating data and trying to shoehorn it into old methods of BI, where I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to build a fancier dashboard for people.
Mm.
For people that really, we all know the right words to put on our resumes and LinkedIn. Say that you're data driven.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a different chemical makeup for the small percentage of people that will actually look at a dashboard and glean an insight from it and understand it versus people that just want the dashboard to say, hey, we've got the data here if anybody asks for it. We'll screenshot it, we'll send it to them. Hopefully they don't ask any questions. So where we're getting now is to have this machine always running against a buying group and an account, fueled by as much data as possible for context,
Mhm.
enable my stakeholders with simple bullets daily, whatnot. This is in the speak of what level they are, you know,
Mhm.
C-suite versus down to boots on the ground, and enable them from there.